station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Next at 6, more dissension in D.C. We're live with how the district plans to fix its troubled housing authority.
Plus, not a human train conductor, it's a computer. After 13 years since a deadly crash shut down the automated system, Metro officials, they want to bring it back.
And emotions run high. Families of January 6 police officers refused to shake hands with two of the highest-ranking members of Congress during gold medal ceremony today. Good evening. Thanks for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Tasmeen Muffis, and let's get right to DC News Now. Chief Meteorologist Webb for a first check on that forecast.
Hey, Janessa, good evening. I guess we should get used to the rainy weather this week.
Yeah, the dreariness, it's intact across the DMV. This is a live look out towards Frederick, Maryland. You can kind of see the glossy streets, and that's going to continue to be in place as we watch multiple rounds of rain as we go into the rest of the week. I do see some hope for Thursday. Maybe a glimpse of some sunshine across the DMV, but the low-lying clouds, they really are going to continue to be intact. Now, our big weather story is our temperatures really continue to make their way upward as we go into the next few days. Going into your Wednesday, daytime highs, they're going to continue to be well above average in the lower 60s. Coming up, I'm going to show you exactly where the rain is currently falling across the DMV because we're dealing with some wet streets across the area. We'll go region by region, how long this rain will last, and what Futurecast thinks for the upcoming days, guys.
And new this evening, D.C.'s Attorney General Racine going up against the mayor tonight right before a critical vote.
Yeah, she wants to overhaul the District Housing Authority's Board of Commissioners. He says her reasons are wrong. DC News Now's Annalisa Gale continues to follow the story for us tonight.
Yeah, so she joins us in the newsroom. And Annalisa, you've been waiting for this meeting since 1 o'clock this afternoon, and still there's no decision.
That's right. We are still waiting tonight on a legislative meeting for the D.C. Council. The city has been trying to fix their troubled agency for months now, but tonight they do not agree on how to achieve the same goal. In a new letter, D.C. Attorney General Racine is urging the D.C. Council to vote no on the mayor's proposal to replace the current 13-member Housing Authority Board of Commissioners with fewer members, as little as 7. The Housing Authority has been under fire since a September report from the Housing and Urban Development, which found that the agency lacked proper oversight, management, and, quote, failed to provide decent, safe, and sanitary housing opportunities for residents. On Monday, Chairman Phil Mendelson said he would support a slightly larger number when it comes to the DCHA board members.
Would increase the size from 7 to 9.
The topic will be discussed at the D.C. Council's legislative meeting, which was delayed due to a long list of important topics on city leaders' agenda.
Housing Authority will be harder to find a good executive director with this if this turmoil and instability continues.
In his letter, Attorney General Racine went on to say, quote, by removing outspoken critics of the agency and ignoring the will of public housing tenants and voucher holders, these proposals threaten to push DCHA further down the wrong track, adding that these are the very people who have been sounding the alarm for years about the dysfunction and incompetence at the agency that the Department of Housing and Urban Development confirmed in its scathing report. And Mayor Bowser said in a letter to the head of the council on December 2nd that the new board would oversee the reform and revitalization of DCHA and support the mission to build and maintain safe, decent, affordable housing. Now, we do know that the executive director of DCHA is expected to step down in 2023. We'll be sure to continue monitoring this meeting throughout the night and bring you the very latest on air and online. In the newsroom, Annalisa Gale, DC News Now.
All right, Annalisa, thank you. Meanwhile, new details. We're learning more about the deadly I-95 hit-and-run crash that killed a 23-year-old Maryland man. Maryland State Police have identified the vehicle they believe was responsible for that crash. Police are looking for this car. It's a black 2009 Nissan Altima with a New Jersey tag P92NJE. They say it hit and killed Cesar Burke. The crash happened near southbound 95 and the inter-county connector Laurel Sunday, just before 10 o'clock in the morning. Police are asking anyone with information to contact them. All new tonight, police officers who risked their lives on January 6th were honored today on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, the Metropolitan Police and Capitol Police Departments, they were given the Congressional Gold Medal. And Daniel Hamburg talked with both police chiefs this afternoon. He joins us live downtown.
And Daniel, that day still brings, of course, raw emotion for so many officers.
That's exactly right, Chris and Tasmin. Chief Robert Conti brought up his memories of that day, the chaos of it all with his officers being beaten and bruised. But he says he and the entire force are grateful and honored to receive this award.
January 6th was a day of horror and heartbreak, yet it's also a moment of extraordinary heroism.
Almost 2 years since the insurrection at the Capitol, officers who bravely defended it are being recognized with Congress's highest honor, the Congressional Gold Medal.
This medal is symbolic of our members' contributions, not just to the District of Columbia, but to the entire country.
Metropolitan Police Chief Robert Conti recalls the bloodshed.
Looking down on the marble on the West Front and seeing blood of my officers, that stands out for me and something that I will never forget.
Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger says all officers who were here on January 6th are grateful for the recognition.
These officers came back to work the next day, too. And in my mind, that was just as courageous. And every day that they've been here since really speaks to their character and their courage.
Democrats and Republicans praised law enforcement as heroes.
These brave men and women are heroes. Heroes who protected so many from harm on that day.
But the family of fallen officer Brian Sicknick snubbed House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell by not shaking their hands when presented with the medal. Emotions over the politics of that day on full display. 21 Republicans in the House voted against awarding the medals.
Our police officers who came to work that day, regardless of their political affiliation, they put their lives on the line. They put their blood, sweat, and tears on the line for people who voted for them and people who did not vote for them.
Now, Chief Manger says that he acknowledges, and the department has acknowledged some of their failures of that day, and they have corrected those. He did make a note that people have actually wanted to become U.S. Capitol police officers because of that day, seeing really the importance of that department in protecting Congress. We're live in Northwest. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Daniel, thank you. And breaking now, the Trump organization has been convicted of a tax fraud by some of their top executives. Now, according to the AP, they did it to avoid paying personal income taxes on apartments and luxury cars. The organization could be fined up to $1.6 million. Trump said this case against his company was part of a politically motivated witch hunt. And developing now, a student was arrested for bringing a handgun to school today. School officials were told by a teacher that the 16-year-old boy was armed. They found a loaded ghost gun in his jacket. The student is being charged as an adult. He now faces several charges, including having a dangerous weapon on school property, possession of a firearm as a minor, and a loaded handgun on person.
It is Election Day in Georgia. Voters there will decide who will fill the last Senate seat up for grabs. The runoff contest is between incumbent Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican Herschel Walker. The race will determine just how much of an advantage Democrats will have in the new Congress. Our Hannah Brandt has the details from Capitol Hill.
A competitive contest for Georgia's Senate seat is finally coming to a close.
We are going to win.
The election in November was so close that it forced Democrat Senator Raphael Warnock and Republican candidate Herschel Walker into this runoff. Both have spent the last month trying to get voters to the polls again.
This is about turnout, and now that means that we got to get in the game, and we can't sit on the sideline anymore.
The winner of this election will decide just how much power Democrats have here in Congress. If Senator Warnock wins, it'll give them 2 more votes than Republicans in the Senate.
We need that 51st vote.
Those stakes are why this race has drawn national attention and hundreds of millions of dollars in campaign spending. Walker is hoping voters reject Warnock, who he says is too closely aligned with the president and is to blame for high inflation and crime.
A vote for me is a vote for Georgia values. And it also It also is going to give you a voice in Washington because you hadn't had it yet.
But Senator Warnock says Walker isn't a good fit for the office, and he's asking voters to send him back to the Senate to continue work he's done on issues like health care and infrastructure.
I'm running for re-election not because I'm in love with politics, I'm in love with change. I tolerate politics so that I can work on behalf of the state that I love.
In Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
And coming up, a number of governors banned TickTock from state computers and devices, and today, Maryland joins a list. Governor Hogan says TickTock is a national cybersecurity risk.
And not happy, we go inside a D.C. public housing complex plagued with numerous problems. We're live with why some residents are losing confidence in the mayor, claiming she's not doing enough to help them.